In the 16th of January 2007, an Israeli border police shot and killed my 10 years old daughter Abir in front of her school in Anath, where I live. She was with her sister and two other friends, 9:30 in the morning. In her head, in the back, from a distance of 15 to 20 meters, by a rubber bullet. Abir wasn't a fighter. She was just a child. She don't know anything about the conflict, and she is not part of this conflict. Unfortunately, she lost her life because she's a Palestinian. It's easy to go to the easy way or lazy way, revenge and using power and armed struggle. Because we are human beings, sometimes you think, if I kill the killer or anyone from the other side, from the Israelis, or maybe 10, this will give me back my daughter. No. I'll cause another pain and another victim to the others. I decide to break this circle of violence and blood and revenge by stop killing and revenge and support revenge by myself. When I was young, I threw many stones in the Israeli soldiers because I see them as enemies, as brutal people, as a way of revenge or a way of struggle against them. I didn't recognize in any point that they are human beings. They look like human beings, but they didn't have a humanity. Then later, after maybe 20 years, I get to understand that unfortunately, even those brutal people, they are human beings. I understand that maybe if I am in their side, I'll be a soldier. If I get to understand their background and their history. For that, I went to the Holocaust Museum to understand more their suffering and their history and their narrative. I understand their pain and their fear and their tragedy. I see them as refugees, people who lost their houses, their properties, their money, their land, people who was in jail, people who have been killed, people who have been tortured, weak people, victims. And I see myself as a Palestinian in many places in this museum. A refugee, in jail, weak, wanted, look for freedom. For those victims, for those Israelis, I lost my 10 years old daughter Abir. In their name, to protect them as an answer to their fear, which is I don't accept. But again, I understand. I am the mirror of the Israelis as Palestinian. When they hear my story, they remember their parents' and grandparents' story in Europe. I didn't find the answer to kill an Israeli daughter. The answer is to build more bridge between the Israelis and Palestinians. Nothing more power, nothing more strong than to use your pain, your tragedy in another way. Anger and love are the same. We use anger for revenge, and we use love to create more bridge. We need to know how to use your anger. Anger will hurt you and you will harm others. It's not the answer. It's not the way. The Israeli and the Palestinian kids, they are the most innocent people who are paying the highest price in this dirty conflict. They deserve our protection and our education in another way. They are all our children. They are all our kids. This is what I said after Abir was killed. And that day, I pray that Abir will be the last victim between the Israelis and the Palestinians.